One of the most useful things he said to me about Palpatine was that, in a sense, my face, Ian's face, was his mask. So I could sort of imagine that underneath this face that you're looking at now, behind my glasses, was this monstrous figure, and that was very helpful. And I can't tell you exactly why it was helpful, but it was. But the great thing about George is, he spends some time casting with very good people, recommending people that he sees, and then makes a decision, and then sort of leaves it up to the actor, which is, a kind of freedom we don't always get.
George created Star Wars way back in the early 70s, where filmmaking was very, very different. And somehow he developed his own take on storytelling. He knitted together all sorts of things he had read, seen, observed, and he knitted them together in a different order from normal. And somehow, and this happens, sometimes there's a zeitgeist, a happening that nobody can quite tell why, but this is what became the popular moment of the day.
George kept encouraging me to go further, and the scene where he transforms from Palpatine into the monster himself. We did talk about that a bit, and it was a bit like the early silent movie of The Phantom of the Opera, where and then you can also think of other movies like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So it's a classic situation where the apparently straightforward guy suddenly turns into the monster. And George's instruction on that was go for it. And of course I did have the benefit of the camera, makeup change and all the rest of it.
The fact that George Lucas's stuff was astounding in 1977 meant that people went on enjoying it and went on enjoying the main story, but actually if I see it again, look, there's a character down there who's got his own life, who's doing his own thing, who's I don't know, got this kind of weapon or got this thing on his backpack or whatever. There are so many details in there, and that gives the story what you might call depth or legs. It allows people to go beyond the big character of Darth Vader doing that. What's that guy over there? I like him. He looks weird. He's got a quality about him. And you magnify that a million times by all the characters that you see. That's how it works.
Also, it's great working for somebody who knows everything about the business, all the technical side and everything else. So you'll always be getting advice that's useful. Tough for the younger guys sometimes when they had all the green screen to cope with, not quite knowing who they were seeing or what they were dealing with. Yeah, and that wasn't as easy as it might have been. But by and large, somebody who just says, great, perfect, and occasionally go again, you want that from a director.